Hi guys, welcome to another episode of Convos in the Attic, a short conversation among friends about the simplest of things, backed by the deepest of thoughts. And I'm Fons, and I am joined with by Dom and Ced, and my guest is Kim. Bro, sobrang,
Sige na.
Okay lang.
bro,
No, it's
sobrang,
Fonzie's first time.
sobrang tagal
Again.
kong hindi nag-convos. Bro, hindi ko na alam yung
Yeah,
sasabihin ko.
relax lang.
Isa pa ba?
No, this is
Yeah,
good.
wala yan. Be
Okay,
good.
sige. Sorry. So guys, Kim is our
We have
guest.
a guest here. I hope I'm
Yes,
pointing the correct panel.
thanks for
Uh,
inviting me.
yeah, si Kim is my friend na-meet nila Dom just now. And siya ay
Literally.
a very special person kasi she's a yogi and a yoga instructor, future YouTube superstar. Yeah. So Kim, you want to introduce yourself to the audience about what you do and anything
Hi.
about you?
Hi everyone. I'm friends with Fons and yeah, I asked one time I asked him about his podcast with his friends because I saw it from his posts. And yeah, as what he said, they talk about anything under the sun. And since I also recently started my YouTube channel on yoga and meditation, we agreed to have myself be a guest in one of their episodes. So yeah, I guess for today we'll be focusing on topics about yoga and meditation.
Mhm.
Kim, I actually watched one of your videos, the 73 questions.
Uy,
Sorry.
alam mo, okay na platform yan.
Yeah,
Parang
this
ang
is good.
daming gustong malaman sa tao. Go ahead,
Actually,
Dom.
and I want to ask you lang, kasi the first question was, you were asked to share, what was your personal cause, diba? Like what do
Yeah.
you believe in or what you want other people to practice? And you said you want to share the benefits of a mindful living.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So, what is a mindful living and what are its benefits nga?
I guess I started my YouTube channel. When I talk about yoga, it's like a very big aspect na where it's coming from. So that's why I answered mindfulness because
Mhm.
a yoga practice starts with being mindful. So let's even disregard the word yoga. Every one of us can do mindful activities that will then definitely improve our lives. So it's as simple as doing one thing at a time. And for example, if you're gonna eat your meal, you do it like kumakain ka lang, 'di ba? So the
Mm.
benefit of this is that you're giving yourself in the present. So it's like you're whatever you're doing, you're giving your whole attention to anyone. And I guess the benefits would be a more, parang in our daily lives, parang you're present and you're not thinking about too many things. And it really, well, coming from experience, parang you, because of this, parang you give time to whatever you're passionate about. Let's say in work or like when talking to friends, parang we just give our best selves to everyone and to ourselves. So like, yeah, being mindful can be as simple as parang um, everything you do, parang may something behind it na parang for me, like I'm trying to transition to a healthier diet. So I'm mindful with what I'm eating. Parang you're thinking about your health, your choices in your daily life. So I don't know
Kim,
if
you
I
know what?
explained that well.
I like the term mindful living. I think our viewers can relate to it actually, especially we're in lockdown. Everyone's stuck in our homes. Nakakabaliw. I think in the previous Convos in the Attic episode, we talked about cabin fever and how it manifests in the modern setting through the pandemic. And talk to us more of how mindful living, especially nowadays, packaged through yoga, can help people. Paano ba? Paano ba?
Kasi for example, since now we're relating it to yoga, with yoga kasi, it's like a mind and body practice in which parang we move our body into different positions para to become more fit. And kanina you guys mentioned na you've tried going to a yoga class. Diba? If you will notice,
Yes.
in a yoga class, your instructor will instruct you to different poses. And in each poses, parang for example, we hold a pose, ganyan. Parang since we're very focused on the position itself, the posture, our mind really is just thinking of that, present moment. Like while you're doing the pose, let's say
That's
mahirap yung
true.
pose. Diba we
I
stay,
never thought about it
Oo
like
nga.
that.
That's
yeah,
true.
so we stay in a pose with the concentration and focus of our mind. So parang ako, when I start doing yoga, nabibring ko rin siya sa, we call it yoga off the mat. So for example, at work, parang a challenge is in front of you. Pag focus ka, focus yung mind mo, you'll think of better solutions. So you become a better decision maker, ganyan. So ako, natutunan ko yun with yoga. Kasi with yoga, sometimes the pose could be really hard. Pero most of the yoga teachers would say na parang just focus your mind. Wag mo isipin na mahirap or matagal pa. Just be with it. Like, be with the, parang, if we're gonna relate it to life, parang be there, be present with the hard times. Kasi the outcome would be, you'll be stronger. So you'll be more, better to solve any challenges like in the future or so on. So parang as your body becomes fitter, stronger, your core is you're more strong, 'di ba? So parang ganun na ta-translate mo siya sa life mo eh. You become a stronger person. And actually, whenever I tell my friends, I would tell them na yoga actually makes you a nicer person because I feel like bumabait ka rin since you're mindful. Parang in a way, pag mindful ka, lagi mong iniisip yung i-reply mo sa friends mo, to people. So parang you're mindful then not to hurt others with your words and your thoughts. So that's what I like
Kim,
about
ang galing ng explanation mo. Like, I never thought, hey, I just thought yoga was, like a simple exercise that you need to stay healthy. But as in how you explain the things and how it goes beyond the mat, that's like crazy. Like, Fons, I think kailangan natin mag-yoga
Actually,
para bumait.
ang ganda ng sinabi ni Kim. As someone, kasi ako, I've never tried yoga. Parang yung view ko sa yoga was always about being more flexible. Kasi di ba,
Yeah.
if you're a guy, more likely, you're in the gym. Di ba, nagko-contract ka ng muscles. So, hindi ka masyadong flexible. So, parang yoga is an alternative workout din para ma-work on mo yung body mo. Pero, I never thought of yoga as being like parang outlook in life na in a
Oo
way.
nga eh. That's correct, yeah.
Influence mo yung life mo because you can also bring it off the mat. And usually, ganyan yung perception with yoga, like yung parang for flexibility lang. Kasi normally, people aren't so informed, especially to you guys, since for men, hindi talaga siya yung go-to exercise, di ba? So, Ano ba yung, what are your exercises ba? Like, what do you go to? Like, gym or do you do CrossFit?
Gym, basketball.
Sport.
Lifting weights, basically, di ba?
Sports. Yeah.
Sport,
Yeah, well,
ganyan.
yoga is actually a complement. Like, let's say we're talking about fitness and exercise. It complements any sport. Let's say you're a tennis player, a swimmer. Um, Parang benefits lang talaga yung mabibring ng yoga. Because, for example, if you lift weights, with yoga, nako-condition yung muscle mo because you get toned, ganyan. So, every time you lift weights or do CrossFit, mas less magiging sore yung muscles mo since yoga really conditions the muscles. And also, if you're more flexible, parang mas marami kang magagawang, let's say with tennis, mas nasa-stretch mo yung katawan mo. So you play better in tennis. So it's really a compliment. So that's why everyone should really do yoga.
Yeah.
You know, I like how you mentioned like how you defined mindfulness, because I realized just now with how you explained it, like most of us were used to multitasking,
Yeah.
especially like before the pandemic. We could focus on like 5 things at the same time. Nag-work tayo, we're thinking of something later that day, we're typing something, we're writing something down. And because of that, we don't really get, work done right because we're not focused on one thing.
Yeah. So it's so true. So parang with yoga, it really affects all aspects of your life. So let's say we're talking about work. Yun nga, as you've said, kung mas focus ka, you make better decisions. So at the end of the
Yeah.
day, ikaw yung parang, di ba, person with the best output because you're mindful of what you're doing. And
Ganito, Kim. I'm sorry. Go, continue.
yeah, so sometimes, di ba, parang like, if we're so stressed, kasi multitasking tayo, parang if we're talking to a client, may simple question, biglang maiiba yung tone na parang sometimes we could even be a little bit towards the hostile side kasi ang dami mo nang iniisip. But if we give ourselves presently at the moment, parang all good things will happen. So parang yun lang yung benefit ng mindfulness.
I like it.
Kim,
Mindfulness, meditation.
I just like to ask when did it start, like, for you? Yeah.
Yeah, so it was 4 years ago. So for 4 years na akong nag-yoga. So I actually started at a low point in my life. So I was coming out of a bad breakup. And
Yan.
yeah, so yung relationship ko noon, on, off. So parang hindi na ako naka-move on. Pero like, I decided na to really move on from it. And yoga really helped kasi at that time, naririnig-rinig ko na yung yoga. So I just went, I booked my first class. I was even using Guava Pass, that app. I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, once you're a member, you can go to any yoga studios or even other gyms na partner ng Guava Pass, diba? So I just went and then nagustuhan ko siya because like yoga has like a lot of types of classes. So you will definitely find a yoga class that's suited for you. So maraming yoga classes na for beginners. So that's when I started and I stuck with it. So since I subscribed to a membership with Guava Pass, I really went daily kasi parang ako, it's also my way of pushing myself na parang since you're paying for something, sayang naman if you're not using.
That's true.
Yeah, so I really went daily and yeah, so if you stick with your yoga practice, you really get better. Na your core will get better and parang after 2 months nun, I can already do the headstands, ganyan. So, I really found it na parang it's easy for me to love and maybe that's why naging passion ko siya. So yun, last year, I was transitioning from my old job to my new one. So I decided to go for my yoga teacher training. So it's usually 200 hours, so that's about a month. And ayun, since I had the time, I went for my yoga teacher training in Lombok, Indonesia.
Wow.
last year. So, dun lang ako naging yoga teacher nung October. Pero, yeah, so I went for it first to deepen my yoga practice and also, so I'm certified to share whenever I want to. So, now, I don't teach in yoga studios, but I only teach with to my friends and family. Kasi I didn't really think of, doing the training to be a yoga teacher. But, I mean, professionally, I guess. So yeah. So now I do it on the side. Pero, yun, since I also like my job, it's also my way of promoting work-life balance. Na parang, it's, since, naman na work can really be stressful, yoga is really my way of balancing my life towards work and yeah, other things. So it really helps me.
Mhm.
Why do you
So,
have to go all the way to Indonesia to get the certification?
Kasi uh, I guess budget-wise din, yung yoga teacher training here in Manila, nakakita ko ng same price, halos same range. And
Hmm.
yun parang it's in a yoga retreat place pa. So I guess
Mm.
I was also giving myself a break and kind of a mini vacation. So I
Yeah.
chose to do it there as opposed to here kasi syempre here, I can only go to yoga studios in Metro Manila. And then it would be like, driving to that yoga studio every
Oh,
day.
tas uwi ka rin. Uwi ka rin.
Like, merong boarding na with your co-yoga teacher trainees. So, it's also like, also to meet new people. So, it was really a fun time kasi my co-trainees were from different parts of the world pa. So, it's really,
Nice.
para really fun, and I met a lot of people na now we even call ourselves family since, magkakasama kayo ng 1 month, 'di ba? So, it was a fun time for me. Pero yeah, marami rin naman dito in Manila. And also, I guess in places like Siargao, maybe they do that too.
Hmm.
so ikaw, 'di ba since you want to be a teacher ba? A yoga teacher in the future?
Well, yeah. I mean, I want to. If my time, ngayon kasi parang, I guess I'm also not pressuring myself. Of course, I want to teach yoga to everyone who's interested, di ba? Pero na I'm just not pressuring myself since I also have a job. Kaya rin I started my YouTube channel para I can do it on my own time. Kasi I also plan to release yoga classes in YouTube. So,
Uy,
Mm.
okay
ayun.
yan.
Pero
Okay
for
yan.
free
Yeah,
videos and
free
wow.
on YouTube, di ba? So,
Parang
yeah.
kailangan ng
Sharing
Yung
yoga.
iwi
Convos
boys.
in the Attic boys mag-yoga. Hey,
Ilang
pwede ba kami
kung
dyan?
magsa-start kami, kunwari kami beginners, wala kaming alam. Ilang beses kami mag-yoga as in per week, every day. Okay ba 'yun? Kasi ako
Mostly kung
parang na-convince mo ako, parang gusto ko mag-try.
Sabi
Walang
mo yan, ha?
equipment kailangan eh,
What?
di ba?
Sabi mo yan, ha?
Sabi mo yan,
Bro,
ha?
pandemic, walang gym. Anong equipment natin?
Oo
Body
nga,
lang,
it's
di
also
ba?
a good thing right now kasi with yoga, you only need a space yourself and you can watch a lot of free videos online. So parang sometimes when I get strict with my friends, I tell them na, lalo na with among my friends who say na gusto ko na lagi kong gusto mag-start ng yoga, ganyan. Ako parang sinasabihan ko sila na there's no excuse. Parang it's just at a maximum 1 hour a day. So parang,
Okay.
and there's also classes na 30 minutes lang so you can really try, like, make that first step. Kasi usually it's always like, I wanna try yoga, ganyan. Pero like, people procrastinate about it.
Hindi
Hmm.
sila mindful living. Kaya Fons, dapat mindful living tayo.
Once,
Mag-apply na tayo.
you have to dedicate yourself, bro.
Actually, yung mindful living talaga, parang never ko inisip yun na ganun talaga yung yoga. Wala lang.
Yeah.
Parang hindi ko naisip na pag nagpo-post ka, kailangan mong isipin na hindi mahirap yung post. Na parang yun part pala yun ng yoga. Lagi ko iniisip like gusto ko lang maging flexible.
Yeah, hindi. So marami namang types of yoga. And actually, hindi lang naman siya in yoga eh. Kasi, yoga, you can find it anywhere. For example, you can also practice it while lifting weights. Di ba pag lifting, mahirap din and you have to focus your mind. And
Mind-muscle connection, yeah.
yes, and also breathing is also another aspect. With yoga, parang you heighten the practice by also incorporating your breath. So parang may yoga classes na one breath, one movement. So parang inhale, one movement, exhale, one movement. So parang it's also a mindfulness practice. So you can do it with other types of sports din. Basta it's soothing you in a way na you focus using your mind and your breath.
Kim, do you do, meditation is part of this, right?
Yes. So actually, if nahihirapan kayong mag-yoga, mas lalong walang excuse na hindi mag-meditate.
Fons, ayan Fons,
Bro,
meditate,
nagme-meditate ako.
Parang
Sometimes.
pinapagalitan ko kayo, no? But yeah, with meditation, you only need to sit down and actually parang may conception din with meditation na parang kailangan sobrang calm mo na ganyan. Pero it's not really. Like when you start meditation, of course, hindi ka pa sanay and yung thoughts mo, parang it will be here and there. So,
Running wild.
sit with yourself, with your thoughts, kahit na magulo pa siya, that's meditation enough. That's a mindful practice.
Yeah,
So
I was gonna ask that kasi I know parang most people would say it's good to start your day with meditation or do meditation during the day. Pero every time I try, I can never get that clear mind na you're not thinking of anything. So I'm sure I'm not the only one. So what tips can you give me and a hard
even
time?
naman, sometimes sobrang nahihirapan pa rin ako mag-meditate. So, as a beginner, my tip would be try out yung mga guided meditation. So, it's the same in YouTube or even just listening to meditation sounds. So, you just sit and then parang since it's a mindful practice, dapat maging aware ka. So you're aware of your surroundings and then syempre we try to quiet our mind and we do this by doing breathing exercises. So by just being aware of your inhales and exhales and then kasi parang the mind and breath also goes together. So for example, 'di ba, you sit down, nagme-meditate ka and napapansin mo na your mind is quieting down. Pero later on, biglang may thoughts ka na naman, may mga iniisip naman. And then, once na maging aware ka, let's say, oh no, na-divert ako, bakit marami na naman akong iniisip? Then, that's when you go back to your breath, parang inhale ka lang ulit. Kasi pag nag-go away ng thoughts mo, it means na parang nawawala may focus sa breath mo. So, once na naging aware ka, just go back and then that's the start of you training your brain. So parang don't force yourself. Let's say today you try it for 5 minutes and then at the end parang naano ka na, grabe ang dami ko lang inisip, hindi naman nag-quiet yung mind ko. That's fine. But like the next time, you will start to build your awareness talaga na parang once na may thoughts, parang oops, ang dami na namang thoughts. Then you inhale, deepen your breath, babalik ka ulit parang mag-lower down ulit yung thoughts mo, ganun. Hanggang sa masanay ka na. So, it's really not easy at first. And usually, people quit or don't like to do meditation kasi nga dahil ganun, they feel like wala silang nagagawang progress. But really, just being aware na parang alam mo na today madami kang thoughts, that's good enough. And as long as you keep a scheduled practice. Let's say if hindi mo kaya daily, parang at least you can start it with once a week, ganyan. So it's really up to you and it's not good to pressure yourself or like feel bad just because akala mo hindi ganun yung meditation na nagawa mo. Like it all counts, really.
Consistency talaga. Nice. Sige.
Who would have thought that like proper breathing can have its like perks. As simple as breathing properly can clear the mind, make you more mindful.
Yeah, and especially kasi when you have anxiety or if you're an anxious person, it's really proven now with just a simple breathing exercise, it will really calm down your nervous system. So that's why it really helps.
Yeah. I like that.
Alam mo, Kim, very
Yeah, I
very
like this episode,
interesting
man.
yung mga points mo. Especially as I think I mentioned it kanina na we're all stuck in our own homes. Cabin fever is piling up. The stress of work continues. Tapos hindi pa natin alam yung future natin. The practice of yoga, just like how you mentioned it, just prepares us to be more mindful of our scenarios and I don't know, like embrace the things that are happening and just be us, right?
Be in the present kasi especially right now, as you've said, hindi natin alam yung future. With yoga and meditation, since it's a mindfulness practice, it teaches us to there's a saying na there's no point of worrying about things that you cannot control. So, simple question, can you do something about it? If not, then let it go, diba? So,
Yun.
I guess that's why right now, nalilesen ko yung anxiousness ko during this pandemic as everyone already have it. It's because I try to really go back to my meditation practice, if not yoga. So it really helps kasi ayun, since instead of thinking too much about the future, kung magme-meditate ka lang, it calms you down na parang wala ka namang magagawa about it eh. This is the situation right now. So just be present and be grateful for what you have.
That's true. That's very true.
Ganda.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
And, Kim, sige.
Ayun,
Since you know naman all of us here, kaming tatlo, wala kaming alam sa yoga talaga. And as we end na rin, what can you share 3 to 5 poses na beginners can do?
Oh, talaga.
Dapat gagawin mo. Like as Kim
Sige, gagawin mo
explains,
din
you have
daw.
to do it.
Bro, mapapahiya lang ako. Pero as in, ano lang, just off the top of your head.
Pero we should all do it. Do it
Oh
with me.
no.
Kailangan daw gawin. Sige, ako gagawin ko. Oh.
Gagawin ko mamaya.
I can show one flow and it's called sun salutation na one of my friends said na kunyari you're down, we have days na parang we choose to just stay in bed the whole day and you don't want to do anything. Pero kahit na, a typical yoga class is an hour or like let's say 30 minutes if you have a choice, diba? Pero sometimes one flow of this sun salutation will give enough benefits for your body in terms of, feeling better.
Okay.
For that moment.
Sun
So,
Ilang poses yan? Isang pose lang yan?
hindi, like, I think mga 5 because it's a
5?
flow. So, it's
Okay.
saying, first is, nakatayo to So, but
Tayo ako.
I can show you.
Sige.
game.
We have to do it. We have to do it.
Wait, patingin
We have to
muna.
do it. Yo.
Patingin mo na how do
Baka kailangan
You have to
mag-back.
stand up.
My yoga mat is here.
Bro,
naka-ready na.
Ano ko eh.
Tingnan muna natin how it goes.
Yeah.
Okay, so,
Nakatayo ako.
Sige. Game.
But you can hear me, right?
Yes.
So first is you inhale your hands up and then you look to your hands. So inhale,
Okay.
up, and then exhale, fold. So parang hands to your toes.
Ow.
And then,
Okay.
pwede nyo na you can bend your knees. And
Okay.
stand back.
Mm-hmm.
And then exhale, hands to the floor. I think di nyo kasi ako fit.
Sige, go.
Yan.
Floor. And then inhale, feet back. So going to plank.
Oh, shit.
Okay.
Nasipa na ako.
Dito pa ako. And then,
Move your body to the floor. So
parang push
nakadapa.
up. Yeah.
And then inhale, upward downward facing dog. So inhale, you stretch your chest up. I guess you can look in your laptop if you cannot follow.
Oo
And
nga,
then
tinitignan.
inhale, downward facing dog.
Ginagawa ko, promise.
Ginagawa ko.
Oo, talaga. Ako, ginagawa ko talaga.
Kasi kita.
Baka sabihin yun, di mo ginagawa.
Okay, so parang basic, yun yung mga basic poses na alam ko din eh.
So that's it. That's one flow. So parang it's a sun salutation. It's like you're offering yourself to the sun. Parang that's why it's called salutation.
I like it.
Pero yeah,
Nagasipa na ako.
Parang stretching din eh, no? Parang after workout, yun yung mga pinapagawang pose, diba?
yeah, so I can send you a link for that one, and you can, if you go to a yoga class, mapapansin nyo yung transitions of poses, laging may ganun in between, because like that's how you move to a flow.
Oh.
Yeah, that's nice. That was good, ah. Maganda yun. Siyempre, nahirapan tayo, pero...
Oo.
Medyo
that was good. That was good.
Medyo na-feel ko na nga yung ano eh.
You guys should be watching me. Pero ganun yun. It's easy. Like, with that simple flow, pansin nyo naman, di ba, parang affected yung arms nyo, yung core,
Hamstrings.
ganyan.
Hamstring.
So,
Yung hamstring ko, naramdaman ko.
Napunit na
Nasipa mo kasi yung gamit mo, pare.
Since we're ending na, Kim, any last words?
Yeah, like invite our viewers,
Invite po
or
kami.
our listeners
Gusto ko manood.
to try out yoga. Like how do we start, or where do we start, or can we follow you? Where can we?
Yeah. Plug your
see you?
channel.
So I guess you guys can subscribe to my YouTube channel.
Yun,
So,
I will.
Yun.
yeah, so you can just search Live Love Yoga with Kimberly. And
Oh, guys, repeat. Live,
Live love with
Yoga
Kimberly.
with
Yeah,
Kimberly.
Patay. Bagsak na ako.
So since it's a new YouTube channel, I plan for my viewers, I plan to really put out videos na for beginners, and then transitioning the hardness to different levels. So that's why if you saw, my first video is an introduction that's all about me, so yung 73 questions, and then the next one is just meditation, because like any mindfulness practice is great if you start with meditation. Kasi yun, madali lang. You can do 5 minutes or so. So, in my next YouTube videos, I will put out a short yoga class, maybe a yoga class for flexibility lang, para easy. So, if you follow my YouTube channel, and especially for you guys, as beginners, please be ensured na I will put out videos with that level. So, don't forget to subscribe to my channel.
Yun.
Yeah,
Post
sure.
ka na. Gusto ko na mag-start. Post ka na soon.
Yeah, I will. And I will track your progress.
Ayan lang.
Oh, ayan Fons. Fons, kailangan maging mindful ka.
Bro, it's on record, bro.
Bro,
It's on record.
sa next episode, marunong na ako mag-levitate with my mind.
Fons, ikaw dapat yung magturo sa amin.
Tuturuan ko
Yun.
yung mag-levitate.
Yeah.
Pero
So, Fons, ano?
Kimberly, thank you. Thank
Thank
you
you.
for joining us, man. Like, thank you for sharing
And thanks
mindful
for,
living to us. Yeah.
yeah, I hope you got a lot of things from this session.
Very
Definitely,
educational
definitely.
session.
It's really fun, like especially once you feel the benefits, not just physically but also towards your life.
Oh my God. Sold na ako. Anyway, guys, thank you so much, Kim, Dom, Ced, for joining us. Make sure to subscribe kay Kim. Ilalink ko sa description for sure.
Yeah.
And follow. Tapos lahat tayo maging mindful na, since wala tayong ginagawa sa house most likely, on the weekend especially.
There's no excuse
There's
for
no
you guys
excuse.
not to do yoga and meditation.
Definitely.
Okay. Thank you guys for
Thank you,
watching.
guys.
Subscribe,
Thank you.
follow Spotify, follow Kim. Bye-bye.